The funding for this video is provided by the amazing members of my Patreon. Also contributions from viewers like you. Thank you. Yeah, I started from PBS Kids. What you gonna do? Fight me? Anyway, roll the video.
Come on, boys, get loud. When the music starts bumping, the whole place will be jumping. It's my scene, you know what I'm...
We got 2 more videos we gotta film tonight. We can get through them, we can get through them, we can get through them. This is the only night I have to record. But I have bills to pay, bills to pay. Hey y'all, it's Harriana back with another video. Hi, hello, how you guys doing? My name is Harriana. Welcome to or welcome back to The Pirate Ship, also known as Harry Hook's Pirate Ship. I am the captain, you know my first mate. I don't got no first mate because you wanna know why. Bring your ear closer to the speaker so you can hear me clearly. Nobody's worthy of being the first mate, but hi, hello, how are you guys doing? My name is Harriana, and I like to make content based off nostalgia and nostalgia and family and children's entertainment, all these shit I found within those spaces. It's been a long day, y'all, and I've been working. Yeah, I'm fine, I'm good. But y'all love unpopular opinion videos. I love unpopular opinion videos, so I'm gonna give you guys some of my unpopular anime opinions. And I just put anime in the title simply because a lot of the anime I like is not necessarily popular, and bills are paid. People need to click on the video, and anytime people just say anything about anime or whatnot, people gonna click on it. So who knows, we gonna see. But I have the list of my unpopular anime opinions on my tablet, and my tablet just closed on me like we had the last issue, so we're gonna take it out the case. So let's go ahead and get into it. Hopefully my list is not too long, and I say that I know these opinions are gonna make some of y'all pissed off, but honestly no, it's just really kind of like some opinions that I have about different kinds of animes, and a lot of these anime are not like super duper popular, meaning they're not shonen, so hopefully that crowd won't be getting on me. So let's go ahead and begin. I can't do the Powerpuff Girls Z. I can't. I cannot do the Powerpuff Girls anime. Mainly it's because I didn't like the pilot. I did not like the first episode whatsoever. It was too much chaotic energy. Like, it was just too rambunctious for me. I couldn't do it, mainly because I may have just been having a really bad day when I was watching it, but I couldn't do it. I was just so annoyed, so irritated with it, and it just didn't work. So Powerpuff Girls Z, y'all can have that. I love the looks though. I love the looks. I love the fashion. I love its aesthetic. It's just like when it came to me trying to watch it at one time, I may have just watched a bad episode. Mainly the pilot wasn't good. I'll probably give it another chance another day. But Powerpuff Girls Z, y'all can keep that for now. Unless I want to revisit it and go back to it, I will. But oh Jesus, I'm somebody that loves Powerpuff Girls down. Like, it's literally so attached to like my brain at this point. I couldn't do it. I do want to give it a chance though. And also, one thing I didn't like in particular about Powerpuff Girls Z when I did my research is that I found out that Blossom, Bubbles, and Buttercup weren't even sisters in it. And I was like, no, because the Powerpuff Girls is a story about sisterhood. And it can still be a story about sisterhood if they're just friends. But I noticed that they had made so many different changes in Powerpuff Girls Z than like how they did it in the original. So I was just like, okay. But you know what, like I said, I was probably just watching a bad episode. I had a bad day, so yeah, that's just something that I don't go do. Next, Gangsta. Y'all know, you've been following me, I've been talking about Gangsta a lot. If Horik thought Alex was ugly, he would not have saved her. That is just something that has been on my mind since I've started reading the manga. I love this story down. It's grown. And then I was like, why is this story hitting differently? And I was like, I found out it was written by a woman. One thing about the story of Gangsta is that it is just so heart-wrenching at times. And you just sit there and you think and you process like literally the story is about messed up people, found family in a sense. I love me a good found family story. But Horik and Alex, it's just like, I have two reasons, like, I can understand why he saved her, but part of that I really truly do feel like it's just because he finds her attractive. Because he makes it clear numerous times within the story that he, like, looks at Alex like that. He thinks she's really fine. He has touched her inappropriately and she got on his ass about that willingly. Like, Hoyt can be a pig. I get it. But then also, they both got similar professions. And I can't say the name of it because we can't get this video demonetized. Alright? They got similar professions, and I feel like because he could relate to her on that aspect, that's partly why he saved her. But her looks most definitely has something to do with that. Because of the way he treated her not too long after he, like, spared her life. It was just like, did you just bring her into your home because you just see her as, like, a piece of ass? Like, come on. Come on. But that's just my opinion on that right there. Moving on, that's next one, because somebody pissed me off when they said this. I know, like, not pissed me off in a bad way, but, like, I can get why they said it, but no. The reason Penny and Stocking left the impact it did is because of its art style. If Penny and Stocking looked like every other regular anime, it most likely would be a bit forgotten, or it would just be like another Golden Boy. Like, oh, people can tell you, like, what Golden Boy looks like, but, like, Golden Boy does, let's be real. Golden Boy, high-key, does not have the influence that Penny and Stocking has. Because you can go to an anime convention and you will see, mind you, Golden Boy's art style is beautiful. The story, y'all can keep that because I can't stand the main character in it. When it comes to Penny and Stocking, people still cosplay as that. People still dress up as that. You don't be seeing nobody cosplay about Golden Boy at cons. You don't be seeing no art in the artist alley about Golden Boy. You don't see much of anything like that. But that's because while Golden Boy really had like a very pretty anime art style, it looked very much like every other anime out here, but you know, it was like a raunchy sex comedy like how Penny and Stocking is. Penny and Stocking, the reason it has that impact is because of the way it looks. It looks like something that we will more likely find over here in Western animation, and anybody that knows me knows I love that art style hands down. It's part of the reason why I was like so obsessed with the show when I was in middle school. Shouldn't have been watching it then. And it's part of the reason why I just kind of like found a new love for it again now. The way it looks is the reason why it left the impact that it did. And like, I'm telling you, it be making me so bad when people be like, oh, the art style is lazy, this and then the third. No, because if you actually watch the show, you can see so much work and hard work and like effort and all of that jazz put into that art style. That's why I was just like, no, to sit here and say that Penny and Stocking has a lazy art style, it's just no hit for me. But then again, like, art is subjective. While one person might think it's lazy, another person might not. But it takes time, it takes effort. It's different. Everyone thinks of art differently. Okay, next, speaking of Penny and Stocking, not all of y'all who be cosplaying of it like the show. It's okay to admit. It's okay to admit it. I'm not even trying to be that kind of person, but I was just like, not all of y'all like this show the way you act like you do. Like, do y'all like it? Have y'all even seen it? I notice when it comes to Penny and Stocking, a lot of people just simply do it because it's like popular, and like, that's okay. I'm not somebody that's gonna be getting on to somebody about cosplaying as something from something they never watched or seen or anything like that. But if you don't really care too much for the show of Penny and Stocking, but you think the costumes are cute, it's okay to admit that. It's okay. It's okay. Some of y'all, this is like an anime community thing, but some of y'all will not give a series a chance if it don't have an anime or if it's not popular. I truly do agree with that. I most definitely agree with that shit right there, okay? It's annoying. It's really like annoying that so many of y'all are missing out on super duper good stories simply because you're only interested in stuff that, like, you know, has an anime. And mind you, manga be costing money. It kind of is cheaper to watch anime, sadly, for a lot of people, but it's just like so many good stories are in mangas. Like, the reason why Gangsta feels so underrated is because you know, it never got finished, like being adapted into like a full-on series, but the manga is amazing. But I think another series in particular I say that does have an anime and it does have a manga that is like super duper underrated, but I think it's amazing, would have to be Darker Than Black. I love me some Darker Than Black. I hate the fact that I really cannot find much of anything on it on YouTube. That's how underrated it is. Darker Than Black is my shit. I wish it was more appreciated, but it also, like, in order for it to be more appreciated, we gotta talk more about it. Maybe if we be more loud about certain animes that we find to be super duper underrated, more people will appreciate them. So next, some of y'all need to expand your media diet when it comes to anime, okay? Y'all, some of y'all only consume fighting shonen, and we can tell. We can tell. We most definitely can tell. Some of y'all only consume anime made by men. We most definitely can tell. Some of y'all only consume anime that is shonen. We can tell. That's all I'm gonna leave it at. Ojamajo Doremi, my favorite anime of all time. Ojamajo Doremi, it doesn't have the cultural impact that it should, in my opinion, because like it never was like fully adapted into like a English dub, and then the English dub that we do have for it is so bad, and it didn't even get a redo. Like, one thing I've noticed about like Ojamajo Doremi, it was like popular, but it is nothing like a Sailor Moon or a One Piece. A lot of times when like even Pokemon, a lot of times when shows get like a horrible dub, they'll get redubbed and they'll be better. Ojamajo Doremi never got that shit. They did not get that, and they didn't even get like another iteration of it. Like how Sonic ended up getting other versions and whatever. Ojamajo Doremi never did that, and because it had that really bad dub for the first season. And it also didn't really have mangas either. They ended up having light novels that I found online and I like slowly started reading. It's just, the story is just too good to be forgotten. It was amazing. It was really big in Japan, but Ojamajo Doremi just does not have the impact that it should in America because it didn't get an English dub. And it's just kind of forgotten. A lot of animes get forgotten because they don't have English dub. Like Kimagure Orange Road, it was an 80s anime that I really loved, didn't get an English dub, and it's just very much forgotten. And Shugokara. Shugokara, I think, is the big one on like a popular anime that's just kind of forgotten because it didn't get an English dub. But also, Shugokara had too much weird shit in it, especially for its targeted demographic. I'm pretty sure, another one, thank you. I'm pretty sure that is the contributor to why it never got an English dub. And if it did, it was most likely going to be edited. Next, Misa Amane is not the icon we think she is. She honestly is a girl failure. She is honestly a girl failure, and it's okay to admit it. Misa, in my opinion, is a character that is just fun to laugh at. But when people just want to sit here and act like, oh, Misa's so great, Misa's so this, Misa's so that, I was like, baby, she not. Misa a pick-me. Misa a pick-me. Like, a lot of yanderes are pick-me's in the first place, but like, she's yandere queen. Baby, acknowledge that Misa's yandere queen. It's okay. She's not like girl boss or anything like that. She was literally simping super duper hard after a man that wouldn't even buy her soap. Okay? Light Yagami is not the kind of man you want to be with. Okay? Alright? Alright. Misa had really trash taste. Let's just leave it at that. Nagatoro has the potential to be a much better series. I had watched the first season of the show, and there were so many times where I skipped through it, and I skipped through a whole episode because I was just like, no. But the potential for it to be a much better story was there. The story did not have to rely on such nasty humor to sell its story. Because there's a lot of people that will tell you, like, on one end, oh yeah, the story would have worked if it worked much better if it didn't have all this in, but then you have the other people that did like the story because of that. Honestly, Nagatoro, it had the potential to be better. It didn't, let me say, okay, the story doesn't need all of that in order to sell it, but that's what sold it for a lot of people. I see the potential in the other storyline that was there. It just did not need all of that. Moving on next. The Paradise Kiss manga is better than the show. The show feels weird to me. I read the manga and then I watched the anime. I don't know what it is. Like, there's a lot of people who never read the manga, and I understand it because it'd be kind of hard to get access to mangas nowadays. The Paradise Kiss manga is just much better. I was not really feeling a lot of the direction that was given towards the voice actors. Sometimes it felt like it was really weirdly animated. I did not like the transition scenes with like butterflies and like other decorations or whatever. It just honestly fell flat so many times when watching the anime. I feel like when it comes to like Ai Yazawa's work, Neighborhood Story, I really wish that it was in the same art style. Like, I wish Paradise Kiss had the art style that Neighborhood Story had gotten. I really wish it did, because I feel like it just would have worked a lot better. But it wasn't even just like the art in Paradise Kiss that was kind of like so-so for me, because the art was honestly beautiful, even though it felt kind of like stiff and hard at times. It's just, the voice direction, it's just, sometimes I was just like, okay, I connected a lot more with this story while reading the manga. I just liked it better in the manga, and that's okay. Sometimes it be like that. Like, you watch the anime and it's like, I'd rather read the book. I kind of feel that way with Gangsta, I'd say. I'd much rather just read the book than like watch the anime. Speaking of this, on the subject of Aizawa, y'all, we need to start talking about the issues relating to both transphobia and homophobia with her works, okay? Because Isabella is a trans girl, was not written well. I don't like the way that Aizawa treated Isabella as like last priority of like the main group of the story. And then I didn't like how George's bisexuality was like treated like a joke from time to time. And also like Neighborhood Story, I love Neighborhood Story now, but there would be instances of it where the characters would say and act in homophobic ways, and I'm just like, this is annoying, okay? And mind y'all, I read the first manga of Nana. I could not do it. I watched the first 2 episodes. I couldn't do it. Nana is not my story, so I don't really know about anything if it does have issues like that in Nana. If so, comment down below if it does. But I was like, I feel like when it comes to the subject of Aizawa, we always want to praise and talk about the good things with her work, which is good. We should do that. But I was like, there are issues here that honestly kind of make me a little unsettled. And then also, one of my mutuals posted a picture of her watching Nana, and there was like non-black people over here wearing like afros and locks, and I was just like, what is this? Okay, but I was like, woo, what is this? Like, look, I enjoy Aizawa, but ooh, there's issues there, baby. But also, we have to remember how old these works are. These shits came out like in the 90s and the 2000s. They dated, very much dated. Next, Nessa Pokemon. Can we get a show or a manga? Is there one that I don't know of? I think a Nessa show would be amazing. I love Nessa. I watched her episode of Twilight Wings probably 3 times. I really do like Nessa's character, and the way y'all treated her was nasty. I did not appreciate the way y'all treated Miss Nessa, okay? She's bad bitch, ass fat. We love her. We adore Nessa. So moving on, like I have like another Pokemon opinion. I want to see more stuff with Oleana and Chairman Rose. Like, I know like they're bigger in the video game and how Nessa's like bigger in the video game and whatnot, but like I said, I watched that Pokemon Twilight Wings episode 3 times. I watched the Nessa one 3 times, and I watched 3 times. I am really intrigued by that dynamic. I don't know. I am somebody that loves the stupid boss and like the secretary that's much smarter than him, or his assistant that's just much smarter than him. That is like a trope of mine that I truly do love. I want to see more Oleana and Chairman Rose. Honestly, if somebody wrote a fan fiction about Oleana and Chairman Rose, I think I would go read it. Someone probably did write it. I just really like the character of Oleana, by the way. So I just kind of wish Pokemon would do more stuff with them. I say, like, because I know like they're just like in a video game, but like Twilight Wings was like good, and I'm just like, can we get more like with these characters in the show, please? Okay. Alright, but those are just my Pokemon opinions. And then also Pokemon, I noticed that not every series is gonna fit your cup of tea. There are certain Pokemon series I can't stand, but then there's others that I actually do like. And I'm like, okay. One thing I know about me with Pokemon, I don't care about the actual Pokemon, but I like the people in it. So, okay, moving on from there. Woo! Y'all gonna be mad about this one. Okay, Perfect Blue. You can tell that shit came out in the 90s. It is really, really, really dated. Perfect Blue, them going out of their way to make the obsessive fan be viewed as like extremely ugly was kind of nasty. Honestly, I love Perfect Blue. I like it hands down, but there are just certain aspects within it that are just deeply concerning about how we overall view society, because I just noticed this when it comes to this person's work, in particular the person that has made all these movies. I'm pretty sure I have watched all his movies with the exception of one, and I noticed this ongoing problem within it, but just how the people that are seen to be as beautiful and attractive and whatnot look very different than the other ones. But like, there's just, when it comes to the obsessive fan in like Perfect Blue, there's just a bunch of like, you know, conventionally attractive people that, you know, do things like that. I watch the Investigations Discovery Channel. I'm aware when they post the mugshots of the people, a lot of these people are what those considered to be pretty and beautiful by society's beauty standards. So for them to constantly go out of your way to make the villain hideous within this work, it's just kind of like, And that's one thing I kind of do appreciate when it comes to like DC, when it comes to the subject of Harley Quinn, is that she is basically, you know, a conventionally attractive woman that is committing crime and doing bad things. Like, it's just kind of like weird how people tend to associate the word bad with someone looking air quote ugly, and I'm just like, no, Harley Quinn is a good example of that. Like, Yandere be not cute. Like, Yandere be cute, but the stuff they doing is not okay. So that was just something about Perfect Blue. And then also, like, ooh, I have opinions. There are just other things I have to say about Perfect Blue that I just want to leave at another time. I don't know, but moving forward, it's still a beautiful movie, still amazing, very much more relevant today than it was when it came out, but the way it just kind of went about certain things make you go a little, ooh, that's kind of an issue, especially with the manager. Anime has a fat phobia problem, by the way, but that's another topic for another discussion. This is a Cowboy Bebop opinion. Spike ain't like Faye like that because she was too much like him. Like, I ship Spike and Faye hard. I don't care about Julia whatsoever. I don't like her. I don't go there, mainly because I wanted Spike to be with Faye so bad. They got together, in my opinion. I don't care. But Spike, they were too similar. Cause I remember that thing, it was something he said that upset me. He was like, I don't like women with attitudes. And like, basically he was like referring to Faye when he said that. And I was like, dude, you got one stank ass too right there. Just as well. Like, don't be talking about homegirl Faye like that. Because y'all about the same side of the coin. Y'all mirror each other. Spike, like, don't do Faye that way. Alright? Okay. Moving on. Okay, I'm gonna be real about when it comes to the subject of Neon Genesis and Evangelion, it's the reason why I haven't finished it. More people would watch it if it wasn't so depressing. Like, I understand why a lot of people, including myself, did not finish it because we all said it was too sad, too depressing. I couldn't do it. I could not do it. Neon Genesis and Evangelion, I know it's good. I know it's this and that and the third. I may have to just watch the rebuild of Evangelion where they just kind of retell it and it goes by faster. But it's just, I can't, most likely I'm never gonna have to watch the 91. It was just too sad, too slow. I couldn't do it. This is one more about, like, you know, Komi can't communicate, and it kind of fits into like Ojama Jodoremi just as well. But the lead guy be so boring in a lot of these animes, and I'm just getting sick of it. It's like, I noticed that it's a trope with harem, where like, the harem is annoying. That's another topic for another discussion. But harem is like, you'll have this really, really dull dude or person in general, because harems aren't always, it's like reverse harem. You'll have this very kind of dull person, and then everybody that's interested in them is way more interested in what they are in their pinky toe. So when it comes to Komi Can't Communicate, I find the dude in it, her like first friend, to be like so boring. I can't do him. But everyone else in this world is just like super duper interesting. Even Komi is way more interesting than him. I like Komi Can't Communicate. I think it's cute. But I'm just kind of tired. I think Sarcastic Chorus actually made a good video on it talking about anime's everyman problem. And yeah, I'm just kind of tired of it. I honestly like Komi Can't Communicate, and I do want to continue on with it, but I'm just kind of getting tired of, you know, the main dude of the anime being so uninteresting and so boring. Bring me back, like, chaotic Spike Spiegel. Give me Horrick. I need more Horrick main characters, please, okay? And, like, give me a chaotic main character like Doremi. Doremi is the main character of Ashamajo Doremi, and that girl be bouncing off the wall. She's a mess. She's chaotic. She's literally very much ghetto at times. But that's literally the appeal of the series. I'm so tired of y'all playing it safe with the main character and making them so boring and dull. I'm over it. I'm annoyed with it. I'm tired of it. But we're going to cut it short now, mainly because I'm tired and I don't want to say no more, and mainly because that was the last opinion I had on that list. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. What did y'all think about my unpopular anime opinions? If I introduce you to a new anime, comment down below. Comment which one it is, because I want to know if I introduce you into anything you've never heard of, because there's so many different types of anime. Like, you're bound to like not know all of it. Like, there's stuff that's super popular and I don't know what it is, because I didn't know what Fire Force was until like last year. I didn't know what Fire Force was until last year, and it had been out longer than that. So yeah, those were my unpopular anime opinions. If y'all want to follow me on everything, just follow me on Instagram. Links will be down below. Close to opening up commissions on my Ko-fi. Ko-fi's for donations. I have Patreon too, just as well. My website and my, you know, blog and shop, HarryGotNight.com. Thank you guys so much for watching, and have a good night.